Assalamu alaikum. Myself, the constitutional advocate Ray Singh, and this is the evening time. And today is the 16th of the May year 2025. As per my daily routines, I was very busy as to understanding the bilateral, bilingual issues, multilateral issues, treaty-wise issues of the humans, especially in connection with the legal channels in the Pakistan. When we just observe the nature zones of the Pakistan, it is a very brutal question. I always raise this question after observing the humans' transportation offences in client ratio in the Pakistan. Because in the hospital, especially in the YDA department of the Lahore divisions or the Karachi divisions or the Faisalabad or other territories of the provincial autonomies of the Pakistan, likewise the hospital domains, young doctor associations, it is observed that the medical jurists, they are using the negative legal phraseologies. Around about 70 to 80% of the doctors who are doing the private practicing the legal medical services in the Pakistan, they're using mala fide intentions as to just neglect the humans organs. Yes, so I had observed the transportations of the Tissues Act 2010. This is available on the statute as well as in the federal statute or in the other provincial statute. We can find it on the Google as well. So when we just talk about it, we observe that in section 3, 2 and 5, 4 of the said act, we observe a lot of the amendments regarding the transportations of the organs of the human's tissues, which are observed as a lawful, which becomes a disputed question of the federal Shariat Code as a iconoclastic observation of mine, which I observed today. So if a person who is not willing to who is not willing to abort his organs, or who is not willing to provide his organs to another individuals or donate his organs to the other individual thereafter, who is the which is the government organization which can testify the testimonial of the said victim of the such malafide practicing the law field or medical field. So in Pakistan, a lot of the medical legal challenges are being cast in the public sector, which the public is not willingly or logic-wise observing, because when we just observe the or the females' polygamy, marital dissolution issues, the females are suffering out of the multiple dissolution of marriages offences in Pakistan, and in meanwhile the doctors, they are involved in the cases of aborting or abortions of the child, which is un-Islamic totally. So if a person, if a female who is going to a doctor has to just abort a child, a defective child in her belly, so and thereafter the said doctor in question would have a liability in the judgment day, and in the court of law, such proceedings shall be held lawful, legal. Yes, we shall have to define such questions of the modesty and legal ethics as well. So in the modern age, the females are getting puberty before the 10 years of ages. Yes, after having negative eatables and having the food expression over populous area of thinking critically to the side of the humans, movies and the other things, drama, serials. So such females are becoming approved ultimate puberty before the 10 years, and such females want to have the love triangles before the 16 years, and meanwhile after ascertaining the age of majority 18 years, such females become subjected to multiple offences. Likewise, we have heard about decade 3-4 decades ago in the Pakistan or in the other countries like the Middle East. But now the public is neither willing to become social or not willing to become Islamic, but they are mixed. So it is a challenging question whether you are Islamic or you are social, or you are a religious person, or you are a disputed religious person, or you are a economical religious person. This is a primary question of this century. If a person who takes his liability as a judgment day, thereafter it is very crucial question as to address the concrete area of thinking into the accurate length of control. Yes, and we are observing the confrontational brought up of those children which are not in the accurate length of wisdom by their parents. Yes, so this is very dangerous thing in Pakistan, which is raising day by day, and the females have less rights in the Pakistan, and such females should have been provided the due credible rights from the male dominant societies. We are observing the adults and children are performing such duties which are not obligatory to them over their shoulder by their ancestors, which are totally, or their successor in interest, are protecting their grandparents into such ill-gotten wills which are not obligatory in Pakistan. So meanwhile, the total conflict of the interest regarding the youth and the mobilizations of the old human beings, we the Middle East countries are becoming the Euro-ethnic voice. These days I am observing this question of factual disobedience of the humans in the arrogant or ignorant ways in the Pakistan. The humans, they are totally negating to the human sides in the public sector. The females are rejoicing their own sweet achievements, but without having the incredible knowledge base of the anyone. Yes, we have to give the credit to the female as well. But a majority of the males, they are always like a leg pulling type of individual in the public sector, and you can say that they're totally agnostic or having a huge ego, and they are suffering from such challenges, and meanwhile propagating against the religion is an offense in the shelter of the religion. Propagating against the religion in the shelter of the religion is an offense which is being booked in the 780 section anti-terrorist 1997. Such elements are becoming actual criminal misappropriation offences in the Pakistan after observing the brutal malgroomed functioned human male-dominant society, especially in the Pakistan. When we observe that the males, they are just trying to manipulate the females, unfortunately, the cases of the so-called modesty, self-respect of the murder killing, honor killing, had been raising in Pakistan, and the majority of the private entities, they don't have the relevant area of thinking critically as to provide the shelter of convenience to the said females who become victimized to the socio-economic disorders. Married individuals in the Pakistan, such males become sociopaths as well as the psychopaths, and when such females want to have the hulas or divorces, thereafter it is very different way to make such females into the proper wedlock area, and such males can marry, yes, in Pakistan, because of the majority of the reproductive populace of the females in Pakistan. So these are the major critical thinking where we have to critically examine the rights of the human beings. Stay blessed, take care.